Russia, if you're listening.
Travis Wayne Goodsill, the Merrick Garland confirmation is going on right now, or is about to get started, one of the three. He had reported that he was going to oversee all of the cases involving the insurrection on January 6th. I have filed tips with the FBI and with the president as my lawsuit against the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints failed, which dealt with insurrection, as I gave warning through the lawsuits that the church was going to commit an act of insurrection, as they are already in the act of insurrection and have been attacking me, thus the lawsuit. And yet, nonetheless, the federal judges here in Utah are exposed as compromised to the church. And if you're a Mormon and you're going, yeah, so what? Screw you, Travis. There are laws that judges cannot be compromised. They have to be recused. I believe it was the equalizer that I saw earlier this morning from last night with Queen Latifah as the new equalizer, where a justice was compromised and she got thrown in prison for her non-judicial conduct. And so if Merrick Garland is serious about finding out the whole big picture and taking down the whole operation, not just those who got arrested, he needs to include the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. From my tips that I've been submitting. So here's hoping. But if you're unfamiliar, the church has this inverted pentagram. The church downplays it. If people do find out, you know, like say driving on State Street one day heading up towards the Capitol, or if they would go to Temple Square to park in the conference center, they'd go down State Street, then hang a left, and then go into the parking garage. That's one route to take. They might notice, hey, there's an inverted pentagram on this arch over State Street at Temple Square. That's strange. Why is there an inverted pentagram? Well, surely it's the Church of Jesus Christ, therefore the pentagram can't symbolize anything negative or evil. Well, yeah, it does. And it's over the doors of the Salt Lake Temple. It has meanings of keystones carved on arches, have meaning as to what goes on within the building or beyond the point of the arch. And so yes, the inverted pentagrams mean they follow the doctrines of Lucifer. And if you're unfamiliar, they also indicate with the Eagle Gate that they control the Utah government, as the Capitol is right below it, in between the arch. And so if you're unfamiliar with the insurrectionists, Mormons also were involved, but they were MAGA GOP Republicans. And yes, there were even some Congress people from various states. There were police officers from various states. not just white supremacist groups. The church being a white supremacist group themselves. So again, I hope Merrick Garland is referring to the whole big picture, because the GOP elephant has those pentagrams turned upside down since the Nixon campaign. I wonder if that has any meaning and significance in connection with the church. Yes, they've been working together. That's the sign that they've been working together. If you're unfamiliar with signs and tokens and secret combinations, well, you haven't been reading your Book of Mormon lately, have you? Helaman chapter 6, right around the area of verse 22, talks all about it. How the great and abominable church merged with the secret Gadianton band of robbers to create, well, they merged with the kingmen also. They all got together here at the end of the Nephites, right before the second coming. Wonder if that has any connection to the signs of the latter days. Why, yes, I think it does, Travis. I will read, ponder, and pray about it, and give my opinion, which will stand as truth forevermore. And no one will tear down my testimony of belief. Truth. Yeah. So I hope the church will finally get busted. They helped Russia with the Trojan horse hack. Dear God, what does it take to get the FBI to take down the church? But we were all notified in the Solemn Assembly back in 2018 of April, where Nelson got up and said, oh, hey, we're conspiring with Russia to overthrow America. Mormons heard it as, and a major city yet to be determined in Russia. That's what Mormons heard. I heard, hey, we're working with Russia to overthrow America in these latter days. And again, Russia, if you're listening, do I need to make another video to find out if you really are listening still, or did you give up on me? Remember, you hacked the church as part of the church's help for the hack. You now know the church's total asset value, both liquid and property. So, Russia, if you're listening, release the total value of the church. I'm sure our press will greatly reward you. And yes, you'll be heroes in Russia. Just like Maria Butina is a hero in Russia, just like getting Trump into the presidency made Russia the heroes, as I'm sure you guys have a holiday for our election day. You had our GOP senators invited to Russia for our 4th of July under Mormon, well, ex-Mormon, he's a former Mormon, John Huntsman Jr. But, come on, Russia. Help us out. You know they're trying to use you as they think they've got this upper hand, God helping them. So show them that they don't have God helping them. They're purposely thinking that they're going to get to restore their kingdom of Deseret again. Don't let them. Show them who's boss. And then we can have Merrick Garland go after them because you've now exposed them and blah, blah, blah. Okay? Deal? See, I never even asked you for the latest Steven Seagal movie. Does he even have one? I'll have to check.